welcome to my channel. My name is Kiki and it is time to make crafting fun. DIY number 1, and we're gonna make this pumpkin and make it beautiful. And for that, what I'm gonna use is this aluminum foil and some concrete. But first, we're gonna make a stem. And I'm just twisting my aluminum foil like this and making a base so I can make a cute stem. Now I'm adding a little bit of hot glue and I'm gonna take my concrete. Here you can see it. And I'm gonna mix that with a little bit of water so we can have like a paint type of thingy. Let me show you. We're gonna mix it like this until we have achieved a texture of paint a little thicker paint. And I'm gonna continue adding and mixing until I have that beautiful texture that I'm looking. Now I'm gonna take my pumpkin and I'm gonna start painting that concrete onto my pumpkin. Now let me show you that. I'm just painting it like this. Now I added a little bit more because it was a little bit too runny. Now I'm just gonna start painting it like this. And we're gonna go all around the pumpkin, painting that concrete on our pumpkin. Just like this, go all around, cover it completely with that concrete. We're gonna go all around our pumpkin and let that concrete dry a little bit so we can add lots of texture to our pumpkin. As you can see, it's a little bit harder. And now I'm just adding to my pumpkin all the way around, marking those creases and the crevices so we have a pumpkin shape. And I'm just adding all around my pumpkin, as you can see, using my hands, using the paintbrush, and I will also use the spoon so we have a beautiful shape. Just play around with your pumpkin like this until you have covered all of it and you have a beautiful shape or pumpkin shape. So we're gonna continue adding like that all over. As you can see, we're covering it with our paintbrush and I'm just playing around with concrete because it's fun. So I'm just gonna continue doing this until we have covered all over. And then before it is completely dry, we have to move it from here to another piece of parchment paper so it dries without all of that concrete that you can see in the bottom around it. So now I'm just gonna continue playing around with my pumpkin and concrete until I have everything covered and it's looking cute. As you can see, I'm adding a little bit here and there to make it look cuter. Now I'm just going around with my paintbrush, smoothing out a little bit of that concrete with that, just making sure that it is flat and it is looking cute. That's why I'm using that paintbrush so we don't have any trouble when we are sanding it off. I'm just gonna continue painting it with that like that. And when we finish painting that concrete, we are just gonna let this dry completely. And I gave it like 2 to 3 days to make sure it was dry. Then we're gonna take our pumpkin, and as you can see here, I have a little bit of that sanding paper. I think that's the name. And we're just gonna sand it like this to remove all of the extra concrete that we have all around like that. And we're just gonna sand really well until we have removed all of that. Then when we have it all sanded, we're gonna give it a good clean using a dry rag or dry brush. Not dry brushing. And now I'm just gonna take this silver lining painting from Waverly, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover the spaces that we lost a little bit of that concrete, and also giving a good dry brush all around my pumpkin so that texture from the concrete pops and looks beautiful. I'm gonna continue doing that all around my pumpkin. As you can see, it's looking so cute and that texture is just beautiful. I'm gonna do that all around and also on the stem so we get it looking beautiful. Then I'm gonna let it dry completely and you will see the beautiful pumpkin. And here you can see it. It's beautiful and it looks like a concrete pumpkin that you can buy at the store, but I made it. And this is part of the This Is My Thing collab that is hosted by my beautiful friend Maria from Yetra Khreacioness. And in the description box down below, you're going to find the link to the playlist because this month we have all of these beautiful and talented ladies joining us for the fun. So go ahead to the description box and find that. Now for DIY number 2, we're going to take this pumpkin, and the theme on this one are broken pumpkins. My son loves breaking them. And I'm going to grab this spray paint from Rust-Oleum, and this is the pebble stone, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it. I'm going to remove that stem, remove all of that hot glue that I added. Yeah, because my son broke it. And then I'm going to take my pumpkin outside, and I'm going to paint it. But first, let me remove all of this. Now, I'm going to take this dowel and I'm going to put my pumpkin on that dowel like that. And then I'm going to take it outside so I can spray paint. And as you can see, this is the first coat and it is looking beautiful, but I want to add one more. Over here, you can see that I'm just spray painting it like this, and you can see how beautiful that texture is. I just love it. Look at that. It's a beautiful pumpkin. Now I'm just going to continue painting all around like this. And this will be the second and last coat I will give to this pumpkin. So I'm just going to go around and make sure I paint everything. After that, I'm going to take my pumpkin. As you can see, it's dried and it's beautiful. And I'm going to glue back that stem. A little bit of hot glue. And put back the stem. And that's it. Now let me show you this cute pumpkin. Here you can see it and it is looking beautiful. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this one because this is one of my favorites. Let me know what you think. DIY number 3, and we are gonna make this pumpkin over. And I'm gonna take this Ocean by Waverly paint, chalk paint, and a little bit of baking soda. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix my paint and baking soda so I get the beautiful texture of the baking soda, but the beautiful look of the chalk paint. So let me mix this, a little bit of paint, a little bit of that baking soda, a little bit more paint, and just stir it like this. And you will see that consistency. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint all over my pumpkin. And it is looking beautiful, that color. Now I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to take back my stem, and I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue over here, and I'm gonna glue it back, and that will be it for this beautiful pumpkin. Let me just glue it like this, and that's it. Now let me show you. Here you can see it, and this one is the cutest thing ever. Let me know what you think in the comments below because yeah, I'm biased. This one is another favorite. If you like modern farmhouse boho decor and lots of silly jokes, that's what I do here, so subscribe and click on the bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, hit the thumbs up if you like this one and share this video with a friend because that really helps to support my channel. Here's my social media, go and check me out. DIY number 4, and we're gonna take this one and raffia braids. And we're gonna just make it. And as you can see, the theme is broken pumpkins. So I'm just gonna add my braid, raffia braid, over here. And we're gonna go all around our pumpkin. As you can see, I'm just wrapping it around, adding a little bit of hot glue over here in the bottom. And then just going back like this, cutting the excess like this, and gluing that other piece over here. Then we're going to cut the excess like this, and we're going to repeat the same steps in the other side just like this, like crisscrossing them like that. Then we're just going to glue them like that and glue the other one on the top like this over here. And we're going to repeat that over and over again. And as you can see, this was a longer piece of raffia, so I'm just going around my pumpkin another time like that. Then I'm going to cut the excess, and that's it. We're going to continue just wrapping around our raffia braids until we have covered our pumpkin. As you can see, I'm repeating the same steps, just going around with my raffia, gluing on the top, on the bottom, and another glue dot in the top. just like this so we can have it beautiful. I'm gonna keep on wrapping it and I will show you how it looks. Now, as you can see, I have it all wrapped and I'm gonna take my stem. I'm gonna cut that and I'm gonna glue it over here. And that's it for this one. So cute. Let me show you how this one turned out. And this is how this one turned out. Let me know because, yeah, I'm loving this one too. Just let me know what you think. If you want to buy me some crafting supplies and get a shout out in my channel, here's the link and you will find it in the description box down below. You don't have to do that. You can support me by watching my videos and sharing them with a friend and also watching the ads. That's the way to support your creator, your favorite creators. Now, for DIY number 5, we're going to take this one and as you can see, broken again. And I'm going to take some of this white chalk paint and I'm just going to paint my pumpkin with this white chalk paint without painting the stem because it's glued and I couldn't take it off. Now that it is dried, we're going to take this Waverly Antique Wax and we're going to apply it using this paintbrush you see here. I'm just going to apply it like this. Nothing too fancy, nothing too cute. We just want that wood grain or faux wood grain to show. So I'm just going to apply it just like this until I have achieved the look of wood. And I'm going to continue doing this. As you see, I added a dowel so I can make it a little bit easier on myself. And I'm just going to continue painting just like that until I have covered all of it. Then we're going to let it dry really well, like 24 hours, so we can come back and take our dried pumpkin and some of this chestnut from apple barrel, and we're gonna take it and give it a dry brush using the same paintbrush but dry. And I'm just giving it a good dry brush to make it look a little bit more like wood. You can do this to any size pumpkin or any color and they will look beautiful like the wooden pumpkins we can see that are really in this season. Just like that. Now I'm gonna close that chestnut and I'm gonna bring back my white chalk paint, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna water down that chalk paint with a little bit of water like that, and then I'm gonna paint those crevices of the pumpkin and wipe them down, but I did a lot of that wiping. So I'm just gonna go back and add a little bit more of that paint. So we have a beautiful line, and you will see that you cannot see that line so well when they are dry. So make sure that you can see it because it will disappear. Look at that. You cannot even see them, but they look beautiful and they make that wood faux effect pop. And now here you can see all of them together and they are looking beautiful. I just love the texture of all of these pumpkins. Let me know in the comments below what you think about them because I told you I'm biased and I'm loving all of them. And remember that this is part of the This Is My Thing collab, and in the description box down below you're gonna find a link to the playlist so you can go and check out what everyone else made. We have a beautiful group of talented ladies and I just love them. They are so awesome. So go and check them out and also check out Maria's channel. And remember that if you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you love it, subscribe so you can keep on watching this type of videos. Take care. Bye-bye.